Matthew chapter number 14. And we are at Matthew 14, and we're going to start at verse number 13. All right. Matthew 14 and 13. When Jesus heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert, all right, into a desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. Now check this out. You have a whole lot of people. Christ always had a crowd following him. He would always use the crowd to teach. He would always use the crowd to slip away. He would use the crowd to teach. Many of us, we want to use the crowd to show off and show what we know. He's not into showing how much he knows. He's resolved in who he is. See, when you're resolved in who you are, there's no showing out for the people. You don't have to cut up for the people or do something to make people see you. When you're resolved in who you are, you use the crowd as a teachable moment. Every time he used the crowd because he knew that the crowd would take the teachable moment and spread it. He was use the crowd. See, we like to use the crowd as a teachable moment, or we like to use the crowd as a moment to make our name great. Christ would use the crowd to teach them, don't be like the Pharisees, and also to teach them, or also use the crowd as word of mouth. He used the crowd as advertising. See, that's the thing. We don't understand that the importance of the crowd is to use the crowd as for teaching and advertising. Advertising of what? Not of oneself, but advertising of the gospel. Advertising of the Creator. So he would always use the crowd. He'll let the crowd get around, let the crowd follow him and all this kind of stuff. And when the crowd got around, soon as they got to the place where the crowd wanted to uplift him, then he'll slip away on them. Now, how many of you are willing to slip away from the crowd? Or how many of you are willing to want more people to come? Hey, we got 10 people here. Hey, we need to promote more so more people can come. Hey, we need to do more. We need to do more. We need to do something else. Instead of 10, you want 20. Instead of 20, you want 50. Instead of 50, you want 100. Instead of 100, you want 500. You're never satisfied because you are all about making sure that the crowd make your name great. But Christ didn't do that. When the crowd came around and they started to try to uplift him, he would dip on. They'd turn around, where did he go? Where did he go? Sometimes he'll slip and wouldn't even tell the disciples where he went. He'll just dip on them. And the disciples looking for, where did he go? By the time they realized, he catching up with them somewhere else. And he didn't tell them he was leaving. He dipped because he knew that he was here for a purpose. A lot of you don't know your purpose. A lot of you don't know why you're here. A lot of you don't even know why the Lord brought you into the truth. A lot of you don't even understand a lot of things about yourself. But when you don't know who you are and you're not resolved, you will follow the crowd.